Okay, so your next step is to go out and build a master program and try it out. Now, I'm not going to go through that in this slides because all the details can vary from operating system and version and so forth, but go to the WorkQ webpage shown in this slide and check it out. Now, once you've built the master program, here's how you're going to execute it. So, let's suppose we have two machines. On one of them, you're going to run the master, and another, you're going to run a worker. On the master machine, you're going to enter WorkQ example. That's the example program you just built. And that's going to start the master program. And it should display that it's listening on a given port number. In this example, let's suppose it's 8374. Now, if you do nothing else, the master is just going to sit there forever. It's waiting for a worker to help it execute a program. So we'll go log into a different machine and start a worker there. So we're going to run WorkQ worker. And we have two arguments that we have to pass in. The first is the name of the machine on which the master is running, and the other is the port on which it's running. This will start the worker up, and it will contact the master, and the master will start passing over tasks to be executed. Each of those tasks will run on a worker, and the worker will send the results back. And as each task completes, the master will send more tasks for execution until everything is done. Now, keeping track of all these port numbers can get old rather fast, so it's helpful to use project names instead. Now, to use project names, we need the assistance of another process out on the internet known as the catalog server. We run a public catalog server at Notre Dame that can help you to keep track of your computations. So the idea of a catalog server is you're going to run your master, but inside the code of that master, you're going to specify a project name. We'll call it my project in this example. And whenever you specify a project name, that master will periodically advertise itself to the catalog server and say, here I am. I am my project, and I'm on the machine master somewhere.edu. I'm listening on port 8374 and some other details about the application as it runs. And now if you want to start a worker, you don't have to remember the port name and the port number anymore. You can simply specify a project name. And now the worker will ask the catalog server, where is the master with the project name my project? The catalog server will respond, tell it the host name and port, and then the worker will have that information and connect to the master directly. This way you can go out and start a bunch of workers and a bunch of masters. You can pick an arbitrary name, and you don't have to worry about keeping track of port numbers. Now, another side effect of this is that the catalog server now has a lot of information about each master that's running. So the tool WorkQ status calls up the catalog server and says, please tell me about all the masters currently running. And it produces a display like this. It gives the project name, the name of the host that the master is running on, the port, and the number of tasks in the waiting, busy, and complete state, as well as the number of workers currently connected. And this is nice because it gives you a way to watch the status of your program as it's running and get a sense of whether it's closer to the beginning, closer to the end, and whether it's making progress.